perspective on the music. And when it comes to like a song that's sung by like every important character, it just doesn't really like bring a lot to the mind, and I would have kind of liked that. That's why Revenge Party is my least favorite song of the musical. I just can't really like grasp anything from it. I mean, of course the singing is nice. I'll talk about the like individual singers more, but yeah, that's kind of like the issue. I just feel like with a musical, with this like trope, I just never really like can get into like all the characters singing at once. It just doesn't really paint too much of a picture to me. It does work like in the context of the movie, but it just doesn't really do it for me. It's definitely a me thing, but I'm sure like every other song on the list will not feel this way with me. Mainly because this is easily the song with the most amount of people contributing to it with the singing, and so we're gonna only go up from here. So I'm not a main girls expert as I implied before, but I have a feeling that having Revenge Party as my least favorite might be a bit unpopular, but I understand that sometimes when it comes to making these decisions, someone gets hurt. So what makes me like not really as into this song as the other ones, even though the song is pretty good, is that I just don't feel like the whole like rock angle of it is like super appealing. Renee Rapp is a really good singer in this movie, and you'll see like later in the list that she does have better songs, but I just feel like this whole rock angle, while I appreciate like the like unique direction and especially like the cinematography and like setting that happens during the music video in the movie, I just feel like this whole scene it just like doesn't really, it feels like a different movie to me. It just doesn't really work. I can see how it works for other people, but for me it just doesn't really like put me into the movie. It kind of feels like it feels like it's like takes me out of it a bit. It's not a bad song per se. It just doesn't really work for me. It's okay. In order for a song to interest me, it can simply just feel satisfying in the context of the movie, and for this song, that's definitely its main appeal. I'd Rather Be just doesn't really sound that unique or that like engaging like sonically, but just in the context of the movie, it just feels like super satisfying to listen to. Just having like the characters like just understand just how dumb the plastic stuff is and just trying to rebel against it, and it just feels like really it just feels satisfying and all, and it also helps that Ollie is a really good vocalist, so she really helps make the song work and feel really good. Like I said, the acting and casting in this movie is pretty strong, so that's why this one's here. Well, this is the way the movie ends, not with a bang, but with Aubrey Rice. Yeah, this song does a pretty good job as like ending off everything. It's cute. Rice has a really like charming voice that can really help add to the wholesomeness in the song, even though there are some like funny moments as well. Like this movie never takes itself too seriously, and anyway, this song like it does work pretty well as a finale. Like I said, it does feel like something which is satisfying for like a final like song. I mean, it's not satisfying enough to like get to the top, but it does work like when it comes to the story, so I'm glad it's here. So if those were the okay songs, these are good songs. The list might change in the future, but I don't want to think about what ifs. So this song is really helped by Aubrey Rice's voice. I can't overstate just how charming of a performance she gave, and I really like the chorus. I don't want to think about what ifs. Yeah, it just sounds really It just sounds pretty wholesome and stuff. It's a great second song to the movie. It works best as a second song. I feel like it would be a little like alienating if it was the very first song. And I just feel like this song really also works with the story. It just feels like really explains the innocence of Aubrey's character, and I feel like for that reason it gets to this spot. So I must admit I don't know how to properly transition to this song. What's wrong with me? So this song gives a really good performance. Feels really emotional. Like it can feel like a pretty like relatable experience for any like person who's in a friend group, a toxic friend group specifically, and just the whole like little music box aesthetic really helps like add to its like definite charm and emotional status. It's one of the most emotional like songs of the movie, especially with the lyrics as the details. It reminds me of the Billie Eilish song that was on the Barbie soundtrack, and I feel like if I'm comparing this to Billie Eilish, that's a good thing. You know, I like to stand out, but I gotta agree with other people that villain songs can be pretty great. So this song does a really good job of like explaining how Regina George is this mega like amazing person is gonna like get everyone's attention, who's gonna basically control the whole school just off of looks alone. And I feel like Renee Rapp does a really good job at making her like sound conniving and stuff. Like how she talks about herself in like third person. Like it just feels like pretty engaging. Especially with like the production and how like bassy it is. It does a really good job of like making her feel like she's gonna be a big presence in the movie. And an introduction is a really important part to get right about a character like this. So I don't know why, but whether it be an EP, an LP, or even just a soundtrack, one of my favorite songs is always the first one. And this is a really good like opening into bringing us to the world of Mean Girls. Does a good job of like giving us what to expect but not giving us too much information. Stuff like the bus line, it would be hard to like really expect, at least for me, what happened with that in the movie. But yeah, the movie does a good job with like, that scene in particular does a good job of like handling the exposition, but also like doing it in an interesting way. And I feel like that makes it really effective and a great start. What can I say? It sells. Avantika does a great job at playing this like pretty but super dumb character, and it really also works well with the type of performance she gives on the song. It really does feel like she like crosses a good line between just being pretty and being stupid, and I feel like that really works with the song, which is a lot of fun. It's pretty funny and it's just full of many memorable moments, and it really is a highlight from the soundtrack. I gotta admit, this top 3 is stuff, music in particular, that I really have been like replaying multiple times even after seeing the movie. Speaking of stupid, what can I say? This song is extremely charming and extremely catchy. Rice's voice works really well for a type of song like this. Like, I really love the lyrical detail and just all the like silly ways that that the character over exaggerates the situation. Especially like visually, the scene was really fun to watch, and it really is like it's just like I said before, really catchy. As a probably the best chorus out of all the songs on here, even the number one, and it is a definite highlight. It's really fun, really catchy. Even if Revenge Party is my least favorite song on the soundtrack, I gotta say it was a little difficult picking between that song and Someone Guitars as the least favorite. And what was trying to like get Revenge Party up above was the chemistry between Cavajo and Spidey. Like they really are really like well working combination of voices, and they complement each other really well, as implemented, as described, as in this song. Yeah, I love the like lyrical detail in this song, how it's like comparing the school to zoo, or the world more specifically, and I feel like that really helps to make this song like really memorable. Just it gives me Lion King vibes. It's silly, but it is funny. It's like it really does a good job of like making Regina sound threatening, and it also like slightly implies like the offense that Cavajo's character like went through. I like the like little subtle nod to that if you listen to it correctly. And in general, yeah, this song is really catchy. Like singing is great. Has probably my favorite beats of any song, my favorite composition. I mean, any song on this album, but it's really is definitely my favorite song. It's just too much to love about it, and yep. Well, I hope my vows of reason were authentic and stuff. I hope they were appealing to the ears, thoughtful for the mind, and I hope that it'll get you to subscribe. I might upload a new video in the next hour, maybe even the next second, so you might want to look out for that. And I hope you guys have a good day, a night, and you'll see this artist later. I'm the prettiest poison you've ever seen. I filter you rocks just like me. My name is Regina George, and I am a massive deal. I don't care